has gone to the end of the road. Whatever controversies or objections or whatever cannot go beyond that. But God has ordained that President Tinubu will be the president, and we thank God for your also successful election.
Welcome back. That was Oba of Benin, and he has more to say. And I want you to stay put from the beginning of this video till the end, as you'll be listening to what you have never heard before. This is deep. I think this will make you decide on royal, in quote, fathers, monarch in general, and also about your religious leaders. Welcome once again to this channel. Tap on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell if you're just coming across this channel. Like and share, and tap on the thanks button to encourage this channel to do more. Returning subscribers and those that have been here, I say welcome back and thanks for being here. Oba of Benin, like I said, has more to say. As you all know, Nigerians are still not comfortable with this government. They are not comfortable with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They believe, when I say Nigerians, I'm referring to those that are not in support of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They believe that he stole the mandate of Peter Obi, Labour Party presidential candidate, and that they will recover that mandate. Well, the words of Oba of Benin brings me back to a religious leader called Reverend Mbaka in the southeast of Nigeria, where he called and tagged someone as the Messiah. There was a time he called and tagged someone Savior. And it seems this is now the connection to the gullible that God. I kind of not too comfortable when God is used when humans take action. Well, we'll be listening, and we'll be talking more and analyzing it as we often do. Let us get right into this one.
Congratulated the Lagos State Governor on his re-election and commended his giant strides, while charging him not to rest on his oars to achieve greater heights in his second term in office. The Oba also noted that the victory of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the 2023 presidential poll showed that God ordained him to rule the country, and called on all Nigerians to support his administration.
Your Excellency, we want to repeat again our congratulations to Mr. President. We are happy that it's all over now. It has gone to the end of the road. Whatever controversies or objections or whatever cannot go beyond that. But God has ordained that President Tinubu will be the president, and we thank God for your also successful election.
About talk by I was privileged to be in the presence of his predecessor, Omonoba Edo Ukwapolopolo, of Rediawa II, when I was much younger. Yeah, well, the first, Rediawa I, who he took over the position. But like you said earlier, Dr. Abati, I did listen to you. It's quite a significant visit, because obviously it raises a lot of questions, and there's that significant link between the Benin people and the people of Lagos. And, like you said, it's sort of a homecoming for him. But, a lot of people have talked about the fact that the Oba's visit, saying that, Tinubu was ordained by God. I don't know if he might be in the position to talk about that. The Oba's visit also elicited other commentaries, one of which was that Lagos was built by the people of Benin, a statement that has generated controversy in Nigeria, both in the past and currently?
I don't want to mention something that will now drag me into the controversy of Benin and Lagos. But I cannot help but saying that at least it is in history books that Benin founded Lagos. But when some people will hear it now, they go haywire and say, what is the Oba saying there again? But it is true. Go and check out the records. Maybe not all over Lagos as we know it now, but certain area in Lagos, maybe the nucleus of Lagos was founded by ancestors. The Oba of Lagos will say so. I'm sure you know that he will always emphasize that he comes from Benin. Everybody knows. But the source of Lagos is Benin. Whether any of you here he likes it or not. He likes to hear.
Well, a little bit of history there, more history. I mean, It is the truth. A lot of people know this, but I mean, it's good that he's coming out again to say it. If you recall, during the election time, that whole story about Lagos is no man land. I think that, his statement there puts a lot to rest in that regard.
This was what I said during the election time. That went viral. Let me quote what the Oba of Lagos said in an interview in 2017 that says from the Guardian that said Lagos Oba traces origin to Benin. They said, but last week in Lagos, the Oba said Lagos State is not part of Yoruba land. According to a statement from Igai Dugono, the palace of the Lagos Oba, Oba Akiolu was quoted as saying, I was told by my late maternal grandmother, who was a descendant of Oba of Funware Egweasi, with facts from historical book, and let me share the knowledge with you. Modern-day Lagos was founded by Prince Ado, son of Oba of Benin. Prince Ado was the first Oba of Lagos, and it was then named the town Eko until the Portuguese explorer Rui de Segura changed the maritime town to Lagos, which at that time, from 1942, was a Portuguese expedition.
Welcome back. Rufai is known to hit the nail. He said, let us not include God when we are taking, when we have taken action. That's the truth. But I think what the Oba is trying to say, if that is what he is saying, with all of the challenges that Bola Ahmed Tinubu faced, let us be sincere, Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not get the presidency on a platter of gold. No, not at all. He had to fight it in the primaries. In fact, the Vice President Yemi Osibanjo fought him, and many other people fought him, but he was able to push through. He wanted the president to just hand over the keys of Aso Villa to him, but that didn't happen. He had to fight through, and he was able to get himself as a candidate, as a presidential candidate of APC. And during the elections, we saw certain action like that of Emefiele. Emefiele is not the only one that took action, but then the action of Emefiele, a lot of people applauded it, saying the Naira note change and all of that is okay, whilst a lot of Nigerians went through a lot. And when I say a lot of Nigerians, I mean a lot of them went through hardship during that period. Now, Emefiele is going through his own battles, which he should probably know. Maybe he was told that Peter Obi will win. I don't know. And if Peter Obi wins, he will not be going to jail. So he had to do what he needed to do at that period that election was about to, well, what do people need money for during the election? Isn't it? Maybe politicians need money for certain things, but people need money to run life, to do things as it should. Now, with all of this opposition, Bola Ahmed Tinubu somehow was able to, kind of press, because at the end of the day, it is the umpire, INEC, that decides who wins the election, not even the electorate at the end of the day. Did an election actually happen in Nigeria? Did Nigerians vote? That is the question. Did Nigerians vote? Did an election occur in Nigeria? People are not happy. They are not yet comfortable with this government. And the Oba of Benin coming out to say that God is one that ordained, selected, put Bola Ahmed Tinubu there, considering the many opposition he had, and also the court, and this is the final, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. Well, the king, the Oba, visited Lagos, and he still spoke about Benin people having some part of Lagos as a place they claim they originated from, or they are part of, or they discovered, or they helped create. That is not what we want to discuss. That's a topic for another day. We are not interested in who found or who did not find and all of that. He also spoke about the Oba of Lagos saying the same thing, and that's not even important if they came to a part of Lagos. Do not forget that people have migrated over time, languages have changed, and the culture have changed. But the truth is that majority of those that are in Lagos are Yoruba-speaking people. And that is something that we history has been manipulated several times, rewritten, and we do not want to dwell on that. What we want to dwell on is, how do we progress Nigeria? Or is Nigeria going to break apart? And if Nigeria should break apart, how do we guarantee progress at the end of the day? Nigeria as it is right now, Nigeria is going through a lot. I don't want to say Nigerians are going through a lot. And I'm not saying now. I'm talking about more than 40 years, 50 Nigerians have been going through a lot. It's getting worse over the years until date. People thought that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the city boy, as he called himself, will do the right thing, will put Nigeria back online, like he actually wants to be president to fulfill that age-long dream, vision. But Nigerians are saying that he's interested in maybe taking care of himself, his family, and people around him, expensive cars here and there. But Bola Ahmed Tinubu, compared to the past president, Buhari, definitely there is a big, huge gap there. But it is not about who is intelligent, who is not intelligent. It's about the will to do the right thing. And also, I've said it several times, that it's not about the president. It should be about the constitution that everyone should be bound by. And I've given an example of the US and Donald Trump, and also of Boris Johnson in the UK. I've given examples of this, and I said the system has been structured to work in a synchronous manner. It has been empowered to work in a synchronous manner, and to make this possible, citizens have to know who they are. The day you begin to hail Sai Baba, Babasa, our father, when you refer to the president, you see our culture is part of the problem we are having. Culture is part of the problem we are having. Now, I'm not saying this to disrespect anyone, but the truth still remains that when you say Sai Baba or Gasa, and you say all of this, our father, you refer to the president as this. I'm not saying we do not have founding fathers of nations. Yes, we do have that. But when it comes to that reverence, and it is God that put the person, it is God that, yes, God does a lot of things. And human beings do a lot of things too. Even devil does a lot. Satan does a lot of things. So what I'm trying to say is that we should begin to look inwards and throw out some way of life, culture, norm. If we do not reinvent ourselves, we will continually have this system where, where someone comes in, he cares less, is like a superior superpower. You say, Ogasa, Baba, this and that, and it's like it becomes God. And that is not what it's supposed to be. You are there to serve, of course. During your service, you have certain extras attached to your office, like immunity. You have access to bulletproof this, private jets, stuff like that, to enable you do the work. If we do not begin to look inwards and begin to, not just, take action, every 8 years, we'll have new set of automobiles, private jets, cruise liner, a new office, new Senate. It's a continuous process. And when they say, don't you know, this is Nigeria, the same Nigeria that you are not Nigerian of, meaning you are not even benefiting nothing from. Now, the Oba said that Tinubu is God sent. What do you think? Drop your comment.